Your DNA gets damaged 70,000 times per day, every single day. That's not a typo, 70,000 times. Your cells are constantly under attack from free radicals, UV radiation, environmental toxins. If your body can't restore that damage fast enough, it compounds, it accumulates. That's when you see aging accelerate, inflammation spike, and chronic disease begin. But here's what's fascinating. One compound in nature can amplify your DNA repair system by up to 40% just by eating one food. One. The same compound simultaneously reduces inflammatory markers in your bloodstream. This isn't hype. It's been proven in human clinical trials. And this food? You probably walk past it in the grocery store without knowing what it can do. About 10 years ago, I was researching polyphenols and their role in cellular defense. Our lab was testing compounds from different foods, looking at their ability to activate DNA restoration pathways, specifically something called nucleotide excision restoration. This is one of your body's most powerful defense mechanisms against genetic damage. Then we started testing extracts from pomegranate. Not the juice from a bottle, I mean the whole fruit, the arils, the seeds. The results shocked everyone. The polyphenolic compounds in pomegranate, particularly punicalagins and ellagic acid, were activating these restoration mechanisms at levels we hadn't seen before in any plant compound. But here's the critical part. While we watched DNA restoration activate, we also saw dramatic suppression of inflammatory cytokines, specifically TNF-alpha and IL-6. These are the signaling molecules that drive chronic inflammation throughout your body. One food, two powerful effects happening simultaneously. That's rare. That's powerful. I didn't tell the grad students running the assays what they were testing initially. I just said, run this compound through our inflammation panel. When the results came back, they thought we discovered a pharmaceutical drug. They were jumping up and down. One student actually said, Dr. Lee, what company developed this? I said, Nature. It's in a fruit that's been around for thousands of years. That moment changed everything about how I look at food, not just calories and macronutrients, but as a delivery system for bioactive compounds that literally communicate with your cells. Free radicals damage your DNA constantly. When this happens, your cells activate repair pathways. Think of them as cellular maintenance crews. They identify the damaged sections, cut them out, and rebuild them correctly. As you age, these mechanisms slow down. Efficiency drops. Cells accumulate mutations. This is one of the hallmarks of aging and cancer development. Pomegranate changes this. The punicalagins upregulate DNA restoration enzyme expression. Translation, your cells get more tools to fix damage. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry showed something remarkable. Participants consuming pomegranate extract for 2 weeks showed a 40% increase in DNA restoration capacity compared to placebo. 40%. The International Journal of Cancer published another finding. Pomegranate polyphenols prevented malignant transformation in cells exposed to carcinogens. The cells stayed healthy. They didn't turn cancerous. The inflammation connection. Most people think of inflammation as joint pain or swelling, but chronic systemic inflammation, the kind you can't even feel, drives heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, autoimmune conditions. Pomegranate works on multiple inflammation pathways. Ellagic acid inhibits NF-kappa B, a key inflammatory signaling molecule. Suppress this pathway, and you're literally turning down your body's inflammatory response. A UCLA clinical trial tracked 51 cardiovascular patients taking pomegranate juice for 3 months. Their inflammatory markers dropped significantly. CRP, TNF-alpha, oxidized LDL all decreased. One patient's CRP fell 30%. CRP is like your inflammation thermostat. The antioxidant power pomegranate's ORAC score. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity. Basically, how many free radicals it can neutralize is approximately 10,500 per 100 grams. That's higher than blueberries, higher than acai, higher than most foods available. Free radicals damage your DNA in the first place, so you're getting dual action, neutralizing the damage-causing agents while boosting your restoration systems. It's like fixing the roof while preventing rain from coming in. Most people see pomegranate at the grocery store and maybe buy it occasionally, But maximizing these bioactive compounds requires specific techniques. 1. The arils are everything. The white pith? Most people discard it. Mistake. The arils, the seed casings, the juice sacs, contain 90% of the polyphenols. Here's the technique. Cut the pomegranate in half, hold it over a bowl, and tap the back with a spoon. The arils fall right out. Chew them. Don't spit the seeds. They contain additional compounds your body needs. One pomegranate yields roughly 1.5 cups of arils. That's about 130 calories and 3 grams of fiber, which feeds your healthy gut bacteria. 2. Extract versus fresh fruit strategy. Here's where it gets nuanced. For DNA restoration specifically, standardized extract, something with 40% puniclidogans, is more concentrated and bioavailable than fresh fruit. Fresh juice contains about 32 grams of sugar per 8-ounce glass. My recommendation, eat fresh arils 3 to 4 times weekly for whole food benefits and fiber. Simultaneously take standardized extract 1 to 2 grams daily to ensure therapeutic punicalagin dosage. Most clinical studies use this protocol. I keep both in my kitchen. Fresh arils go on my yogurt or in salads regularly. The extract I take daily, especially during high-stress periods when my cells face more oxidative stress. 3. The synergy advantage polyphenols in pomegranate don't work in isolation. If you're consuming adequate vitamin C, which most people are, vitamin C enhances pomegranate polyphenol absorption and effectiveness. Same principle with turmeric and curcumin. They activate similar anti-inflammatory pathways. Combine them strategically. My breakfast smoothie, pomegranate arils, unsweetened almond milk, protein powder, half a teaspoon turmeric, black pepper, which increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%, fresh ginger. Takes 5 minutes. Your cells get the complete toolkit to restore damage and control inflammation. 4. Leverage seasonal strategy. Pomegranates peak in fall and winter. They're cheapest, freshest, and polyphenol content is highest. This is the optimal time to build pomegranate into your routine. Stock up during harvest season. Eat fresh arils regularly. During off-season, use standardized extract so you maintain consistent defense system support without gaps. You might be thinking, isn't pomegranate expensive? Isn't this complicated? Why not just take an antioxidant supplement? Valid questions. Here's the honest answer. When you isolate a single compound, just punicalagin, everything else removed, it doesn't work the same as the whole food. Hundreds of microcompounds in pomegranate that we haven't fully studied work together. Scientists call this the food matrix effect. Whole foods are smarter than isolated nutrients. Cost-wise, yes, pomegranate costs a few dollars, but frame it correctly. Investment, not expense. You're investing in your DNA restoration system. Spend a few dollars today to avoid expensive medical bills and suffering later. Dot number. Most studies use daily intake. True. Yet 3 to 4 times weekly starts shifting inflammatory markers and enhancing restoration capacity. Consistency matters more than daily perfection. Here's my philosophy. This is important. I'm not telling you what to remove from your diet. I'm telling you what to add. When you focus your time and energy on fortifying your body's defense systems, your DNA restoration, your immune function, your inflammatory control with foods like pomegranate, you automatically crowd out the stuff that doesn't serve you. No willpower needed, no shame or guilt, just knowledge and a reason to act on it. Your DNA gets damaged 70,000 times today. That's biology, but your body has restoration systems. Those systems can be amplified. One of the most powerful foods on the planet to do that is something that's existed for thousands of years and grows naturally in orchards worldwide. 3 to 4 arils daily, or a teaspoon of extract. That's the daily practice supporting DNA restoration, reducing inflammation, and literally changing how you age. You can't unsee what you now know. Every time you pass pomegranate in grocery store, you'll remember this conversation. You'll know something powerful is happening inside those arils. Implement it, make it a practice. Your cells will thank you. In a few weeks, you might notice you recover faster from workouts. Your joints feel better. Your energy stabilizes. These aren't random. They're your DNA restoration system working and inflammation under control. That's biology responding to nutrition. Check out my next video on the 5 foods that reverse cellular aging at the fastest rate. The research is mind-blowing. Watch it now.